Hello, my writers. So today we're going to work on a personal narrative, but we also want to add our adjectives and our adverbs to our writing to make it more juicy so we can have a better picture in our mind what our writing is about. So I decided to do it right on here for you. And the reason why I'm doing it on here is because it can be easier for us to add our adjectives and adverbs in when we type it, because that way, do you remember when you saw the little carrots that I drew for adding in adjectives and adverbs to my writing? This way you can just put it straight on here. So I'm going to go here to first, and I'm going to think about, what do I want to write about? Well, I think I want to talk about a time I took a walk. So I'm going to think through my story first. Okay, what I did first, next, then last. I have four things I'm going to put on my fingers. So I'm going to think, all right, well, first I put on my shoes. Next, I went for a walk. Then I stopped to talk to a friend. And last, I walked home. Okay, so let me start typing that out. First, I put my shoes on, period. All right, next, I went for a walk, period. Oh, and I didn't leave a space. So that red line tells me I need a space. All right, then I stopped to talk to a friend. Last I walked home, period. Okay, so that's my basic story, my first, next, then last. Now I want to think, okay, well, what can I add to my story so that it sounds juicy? So I'm going to go through each sentence and I'm going to think, what can I add to it to make my sentence have more details? So I'm actually going to change my text color, and you don't have to do this. I'm doing it so that you can see what I'm adding. So first I put my shoes on. Okay, well, maybe I could describe my shoes. I have neat shoes. So let me see. My shoes are pink and black. So first I put on my pink and black shoes. That sounds better. First I put on my pink and black shoes. Well, it didn't change the color, but that's okay. Next I went for a walk. Well, I should try to describe my walk. Did I go for a fast walk, a quick walk? What kind of walk did I go on? Well, I went for a quick walk. I only had a little bit of time, so I would say it was a quick walk. Now, I didn't really say where I was going, did I? So maybe I should tell you where I went. I went for a quick walk around my neighborhood. I went for a walk around my neighborhood. There's my neighborhood. And it's okay that it went to the next line. It just means that I made a juicy sentence. It got longer. So next I went for a quick walk around my neighborhood. All right. Then I stopped to talk to a friend. Well, maybe friend. I could say who my friend is, but I'm just going to say she's a good friend. Then I stopped to talk to a good friend. All right, that describes my friend. Last I walked home. Well, how could I add to that? Maybe I'll say how I walked. Started off, let me see. I quickly walked home. Talking to my friend, it took a long time, so I needed to quickly walk home. All right, so now my sentence has more details, or my story has more details. Each sentence I added a little bit to make my sentences more juicy and make them sound better. So let me reread it now that I added my adjectives and adverbs, my details. First, I put my pink and black shoes on. Next, I went for a quick walk around my neighborhood. Then I stopped to talk to a good friend. Last, I quickly walked home. Okay, I like my sentences much better now. My story makes sense still, but I added some details to make it more interesting. So the last thing I'm going to do is go up here and add my picture. So we've talked about all the different ways that we can add a picture. Today, I'm just going to add a picture by inserting one that I have that's online. So I go to I click in my box where I want my picture, insert, image. I'm going to search the web because I didn't draw one and I didn't take a picture of me walking. So maybe I'm going to just say girl walking. There we go. Let's see. Maybe I'll pick that one. And I'll put it in. There we go. So I have a girl walking because my story was about me taking a walk. Now it's a little different. Oh, look, she even has some pink shoes on. All right, boys and girls. So that is my personal narrative. What you are going to work on is creating your own personal narrative. Try to add some detail to your sentences. I can't wait to read what your story is about.